If you need a last-minute Hanukkah present, or if you're looking for a way to keep the spirit of the holiday burning brightly all year round, USA Today picked 8 books that help rekindle the Hanukkah spirit with the turn of a page. Here to tell us more is Stacy Zaleski of the Jewish Museum here in New York City. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
And there's all kinds of great gifts here, really, but just also good reads. Let's start. We were just kind of giggling about our favorite one here, The Latka Who Couldn't Stop Screaming.
That's a great book.
Great book. Tell us about it.
Well, it's wonderful for many reasons. One of the things I like about it is it's appealing to the Lemony Snicket younger reader, but it's also great for adults. It's about a little Latka and his journey and through Hanukkah, and he meets all the different trimmings for Christmas along his way. Lights, flashing lights, a pine tree ready to be a Christmas tree, and various characters, and they just don't understand his place in Hanukkah or the holiday.
And there's a great line in here. It says, so basically you're a hash brown.
Correct. And so in Lemony Snicket's book and the Latka style, he just screams, ah! So, you know, it's a great book.
And this one behind me, My Jesus Year, you might think, what does this have to do with Hanukkah? But it's a really interesting story about a rabbi's son, right?
Yes, and he's curious about the Christian faith. He grows up in Atlanta in the Bible Belt, and he decides to take a year touring various paths to faith. And when he finishes, he realizes that he's very happy with his own faith, but yet there's a path for everybody out there.
And it has a little bit of comedy in that one, too.
Yes.
The Landmark of the Spirit, this is a beautiful book about the Eldridge Street Synagogue here in New York. Tell us a little bit about that, why it's an important.
Well, this book is really important because this synagogue, located on the Lower East Side, was home to Eastern European Jewish immigrants. And it's noted that in the book that 4/5 of American Jews were Eastern European immigrants at that time. And so it tells the story of this group of people and their spirit through the focus of the building, which is over 100 years old and was, like the Hanukkah story, rededicated, restored recently. So
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful building. And over here, also kind of a heavier book, Why Faith Matters. Tell us a little bit about that.
In this book, Rabbi Wolpe of the Los Angeles Sinai Temple talks about what people who sort of have lost faith or decided not to have faith, and he argues for faith through philosophy, example, and religion, that it's important and it's a gift from God.
I see a lot of parents giving that book to their children probably for Hanukkah this year. And moving on, a little lighter fare, the Children's Jewish Holiday Kitchen, and I was kind of looking at that, and those are recipes that adults could enjoy as well.
This is a fantastic book. This book we've had in our stores for many years, and I know why it's a bestseller. The recipes in it are so family-oriented. In fact, Joan Nathan talks about the idea of getting family together to learn about tradition and holiday, as well as food through the recipes. And she even goes so far as to pull the recipes apart and say this step is appropriate for the child to do. This step should be done by the adult. This one is perfect for children to do on their own. So it's a very nice book, and the recipes are really yummy. So
and easy, really
and easy. Yeah, there's a dreidel recipe
because
for
we know
children.
Hanukkah's really all about eating anyway, right? This is just part of it, right? And behind it, Jews and comic books, a real connection there, and an interesting, colorful book. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this is a great story because I don't know if everybody realizes the Jewish contribution to the comic book industry. Basically, Jewish artists and writers created the comic book industry to some extent, and many of the heroes that you see today were created by Jewish writers and authors. So in fact, the movie that's coming out, The Spirit, is mentioned in here because Will Eisner was a Jewish comic book artist who created The Spirit.
And then over here we have kind of our classic book of good and evil, Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblins.
This is a great book. It's a retelling of the Hanukkah story using goblins, and the art. It's a Caldecott honor book. That the art is very wonderful, and Herschel saves the village so that they can again celebrate Hanukkah, which the goblins didn't let them do for many, many years.
And the final book here from the museum, which is just a beautiful book. Tell us a little bit about this.
This is our catalog raisonné of the collection of our Hanukkah lamps. We have one of the largest collections, over 1,000 menorahs, and the curator, Dr. Susan Bronstein, tells the story of the lamps, where they came from and why they're significant in this book. And each one from our collection is in this book.
And they are pieces of art. Some of these I know are actually in your collection. I love this, the New York one, which I don't think is in your collection, but this one right here with the chairs.
Yes, this is in the book. We have 3 or 4 chair menorahs in our collection, I believe, and they started off that people were making couch menorahs, and eventually it turned into chairs.
Any idea why? What the chairs are about?
You know, I tried to find out, but basically they think that it was an extension of the couch, that they created the chairs to go along with the menorah. Sure.
And right here, I mean, this is also another beautiful menorah.
The 2 in the center, the silver one in the back is by David Gumbel, and that's a Bauhaus menorah that originated in Germany. With Bauhaus design. And then the second menorah is by Ludwig Walpert, who actually studied at the Jewish Museum in our Toby Pasher workshop. And both of those pieces are in our collection, the original.
Great. Thanks so much. These are such great gift ideas for anybody, really. Really great reads. And we're all going to get a little deeper into the Hanukkah spirit, I think, if we read them. If you want more on Jewish history, be sure to check out the Jewish Museum. And if you need more last-minute holiday shopping ideas, be sure to log on to our website, abcnews.com/GMA now. Thanks for watching.